Hey guys, good morning. I've got my coffee. It is about 6:40 a.m. Let me take a sip. All right, so today we are up early because I wanted to try some new e.l.f. products for you guys. I wanted to do a wear test all day. I've been meaning to do this. I keep telling myself I'm gonna get up early and put up makeup for work, but it just ain't happening. So we're here. We did it. Finally, it's Friday. So let's see what products we have that e.l.f. came out with that I'm so excited to try. So first product I was super excited about, and by the way, all these products I found at Target. So in case you don't want to have to order from e.l.f. and meet the shipping requirement minimum, these are popping up at Target. The first product is their Luminous Putty Primer. So if you guys know, here on my channel, I've been using the regular e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. We are going through this bad boy, so I'm going to do a side-by-side wear test for you guys to see if the Luminous is better. They also came out with the matte one, but I have dry skin, so we're just going to do the Luminous. If you have normal skin, I feel like you can probably go either way, but I've been working with this one for a little bit because primers, I feel like I definitely have to try more than once to really see, unless it's like a bomb-ass primer, but I've been playing with this a little bit, and I'll kind of give you my final thoughts at the end of the video. The other products I'm super excited about. e.l.f. came out with a Hydrating Camo Concealer. So I picked up two shades. We're going to swatch right now and see which ones are going to be better for me. I picked up medium sand and medium beige just because I wasn't sure. But I have the e.l.f. 16-hour regular camo concealer. So this one's in black, this one's in white. I'm telling myself so I don't forget. I'm going to put this one away so I don't accidentally use it. But the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer is definitely like a nice medium matte cover. So I'm super excited for something hydrating, since especially if you've been watching my channel, I've been loving concealers like the Covergirl Trublend Undercover concealer, which is just brings so much hydration to my face. So I'm excited. I hope this is also medium coverage. We'll see which color is best for me. In the 16-hour one, I have medium sand, so I just kind of wanted to compare the difference to see if the hydrating and the 16-hour regular concealer colors match up, as well as I feel like maybe even for this sand I could have gone maybe a little bit darker. So let's see what's up there. The last product that I also picked up, kind of super excited. This is the Halow Glow Setting Powder. Once again, all of these products are so inexpensive. The concealer is $6. I love the 16-hour camo, so if I can find another $6 concealer, yes. The primer was about $8, and I forgot what this was. I think no more than 10 though. So the Halow Glow Setting Powder. I have dry skin. I love luminosity. I love a glow. Plus, this kind of reminded me of like that glow powder that like Jaclyn Hill was trying to come out with. So if I can get it for e.l.f. for even cheaper, I want to glow. So I wanted to see if this would be like a nice veil of luminosity that I can have to my skin. Hopefully it doesn't, you know, dry me up too bad. So today, not doing much of a complicated face. Actually, we're just going to do something simple. I pretty much just want to play with these products. Plus it's work. So we're going to do a bare minimum. So what I am going to do, I'm going in with the Luminous Putty Primer first. I've already prepped my skin, hydrated as much as possible. It's like 30 some degrees today in Chicago, which is actually a pretty okay day. It's snowing, so hopefully my face doesn't get, you know, full of snow. So this putty, the Luminous Primer, I would say it definitely, the biggest difference, I would say the texture to me, this feels a little bit more like a balm as opposed to the regular putty primer. It definitely has more of a hint of more like silicone type of feel, maybe kind of mixed in with the balm. So this one just feels like it glides on a little bit better, get a little bit more, it feels more hydrating. So I'm really excited for this option because I think the regular Poreless Putty Primer was great. Even for dry skin, I feel like all skin types can really enjoy that. Obviously, as you can see, I've definitely been using this bad boy up. Yeah, this one just maybe is a little bit thicker. I don't know, even. Yeah, the other one just has more of a balm feeling. It just glides and slides on. This one has a little bit more hold. So left side, we're doing the regular Poreless Putty, and the right side, I'm going to do the Luminous. Let's remember, because this is primer, so I really want to see what the difference is going to be. To save some time, efficiency, because I don't want to run over, because I really can't, because I got to go to work. Let's watch the concealers and just kind of see the difference. So this is medium sand and the hydrating concealer. Okay. Ooh, I feel like it already looks darker than the medium sand in the, like just side by side, it looks darker. So this is medium sand in the hydrating. Now let's look at medium sand in the camo. I feel like, yeah, the camo is definitely lighter. Oh yeah, what a difference. FYI, medium sand and medium sand. Let me make sure, yeah, that was medium sand. Yeah, that was medium sand. They have different numbers. I don't know if like that's has to do with anything, but in general, yeah, just so you know, there's a big jump for medium sand and medium sand in the regular kind of 16-hour, which I'm not mad at because I kind of wanted something darker. So this is the medium sand and this is the medium beige, and I'm kind of glad I got the medium beige. So medium beige looks a little bit lighter, so I'm going to swatch medium beige next to the medium sand. Yeah, I think I might go with medium beige. I feel like the medium sand in the 16-hour probably will be better for me probably in the summertime, even when I get really tan. So I think I'm going to go with the medium beige. Woo, so glad I got that. Yeah, they definitely, it has like a peachy. I feel like, yeah, medium sand is going to be a little bit too dark for me, especially depending on my foundation. The foundation I'm going to use today is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage. So actually, let me just swatch the foundation to make sure. Yeah, oh yeah. The medium sand looks like maybe the same color, possibly a little bit darker than the foundation. So we're going to go with the medium beige today. And let's just go in. Full coverage. If you hear alarms, it's because Frankie's waking up as well. If you hear toilets flushing and all that madness. So I'm going in. This is my Flower Beauty, not beauty blender, beauty sponge. And the other, I was debating if I wanted to use my Fenty foundation. Oh my god, I've been stressing. Or, stress is not good for the complexion. If I wanted to use the Maybelline foundation or the Fenty foundation, both very hydrating. I didn't want to use my Wet n Wild Photo Focus dewy foundation just because it's so dewy. So I really just want to see how the kind of luminous primer really is working, you know. So I'm going to go with the Maybelline, but the what do you call it? The Fenty would have been a good one because it's so hydrating, and I want to see if it doesn't like affect that. But I really think I need to get a different color. Matte tan is gone. There's a difference. So I need to pick up 260 in the Fenty. I'm like 280 right now. But this Maybelline one, we can still make work. The transition from summer to winter, especially when you really tanned in the summertime. Ugh, which I did because I was biking all summer. All right, next gonna go in with the medium beige concealer. Actually, what I can probably do is go in with the medium sand and cover up this bad boy. I mean, you're not gonna get rid of texture, but just see how it does on the face. Yeah, we can't get rid of texture. It's a wee bit lighter. It's just the way it's gonna go. Ugh, it's been a while. Also, makes sense. It's time of the month. Usually when I stress break out, around here, chin, mouth, it's hormonal, so I guess so. Usually it's time of the month I just get, oh, maybe that guy right there. All right, so now let's go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And this one, actually, it's hydrating and satin finish. It looks pretty thick. I like the doe foot applicator very much so, like that Tarte Shape Tape, the one that we love. Everybody's trying to replicate. I do have dark circles underneath my eyes, so just keep that in mind. Let's see how well that covers it. Also with a better color. I feel like the 16-hour did a great job, so let's see. I'm going to link that 16-hour, just regular Camo Concealer down below, just so you guys can check out in case you haven't seen that one. Compare in case maybe you prefer more of a matte finish. So let's see. And I like to use this as my eyeshadow base primer. We're not really using eyeshadow today though. Blends out pretty easily. Ooh. You know what I should have done? I can take a little bit of the medium sand, just to maybe, it has that peachiness to it. Cancel that out. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty nice. I can still kind of see my dark circles a little bit, but we're looking better. I think I like maybe a little bit more medium sand closer. It's actually not too dark. mixed in with the hints of that medium beige just so it's a little bit lighter. So we might just use this combo, but of course I don't want to use too much, but I feel like it's important to have that medium sand. So let's just do, I'm doing just medium sand like right here, and we can put a little bit of the whatchamacallit, the medium beige on top just to kind of highlight. And I don't want to put too much. They're not too big of a difference. And let's blend that out. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, I like that combo. Can still slightly see my dark circles, but not like in the mirror. It looks better in the mirror than on camera. I feel like the shadows maybe highlight me a little bit. That looks, it blends out beautifully. Ooh, it feels, I like the feeling a little bit better because yeah, the 16 hour didn't bother me, but it's definitely more matte and I feel the difference. All right, I already feel awake, and I feel like the one thing I did like about the regular 16 hour Camel is it felt like it almost kind of dried instantly. So especially for me who has really bad creasing under my eyes, as soon as I was done blending, it almost kind of set, and I'm kind of almost getting that out of this right now. Of course, I just have the bad habits of, not bad habits, good habits of going in like that. Like looks nice. It's not like instantly creasing because it's so hydrating and like greasy and slippery, which I'm all about. Let's just go ahead and set the under eyes. But like even I always try to do once more right before, and we're still looking good. Okay. Okay. Set under there. Feel hydrated. All right, let me just put my brows on and I'll be right back. All right, we got the brows on, and now, because I also wanted to let my foundation kind of sink in a little bit, I don't like to go straight in with powder, so I'm gonna go in now with the Halo Glow Setting Powder. I'm trying to think, yeah, so I got the shade Light. I think they might have had, I forgot what other colors. Let's see, okay. Trying to figure out how to get it out. Hello. There's another. Oh, I can let you know. Okay. I thought, yes, there was. I pulled it out too much. I was trying to pull that out of the sifter. Okay. Frankie's going to have a great day vacuuming. Careful. Okay, let's get that. Good thing I'm wearing my PJs. This is why it's good to do your makeup before you change. It's not going too much. And I like to use kind of like a dual fiber brush like this because I don't want to pick up too much product personally. I don't need too much powder. So yeah, that should be enough. Like a nice veil dust. I want to see this affects my foundation because I'll tell you later how I feel about the Luminous Primer versus the Poreless because I've been wearing it for a while. So I feel like, you know, if it kind of changes things up, I'm not going to worry too much because I already have my thoughts. All right, let's get to work. So I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills, bronzer in Rosewood. So now I'm just going to do my quick face for work. Got the products. So we're going to be talking about doing check-ins for the primer, the Luminous Putty Primer, the concealers, which remember, keep in mind, these shades are not the same in the regular 16-hour Camel concealer. So I'm glad I picked it up. I thought so when I picked up the medium sand originally because I was like, okay, I have medium sand. I should be medium sand. But when I saw the medium sand in Target for the hydrating one, I was like, this looks not as light as my regular medium sand. And like the color looks good, like it should match, you know. So I'm glad I have medium sand and medium beige now. And I kind of like that combo because why not use two colors. But I have to look on their website to see just how many colors they actually have. Like if they have the same amount of colors. I feel like they would. And they had like a lot of colors too. Especially for e.l.f. who would only have like 6 foundation colors. They've expanded. Can do a little bit of the blush because why not? This is my MILANI Luminoso. I need some Max Fix Plus just to let everything kind of sink in and not look so powdery. Then don't forget your Milani Make It Last setting spray. I'm gonna need another one. I think I know what I'm picking up. All right, I don't think I have time for liner, so I'm just gonna go in with my Lash Warrior mascara from Flower Beauty. Do I have time for liner? I don't know. It's liquid liner. I'm just gonna do a line, just go in with the mascara. Decisions. And I forgot to put some crease color. If we have time, I have time for that. Liner though, if you're in a hurry, general rule of thumb, if you're rushing, especially for work, which usually you're rushing more so, especially if you're doing your makeup on a bus, just maybe skip the liquid liner. You'll save yourself a lot of trouble. And that's fine. My focus is not the liner, but I feel a little bit more complete with it, you know? Even if it's just like a little line. But I also specifically did the sprays before the mascara, because if I would have done my mascara brushing out the door, then the sprays, then I would have, you know, closed my eyes and I would have had raccoon eyes. Also, another tip, if you're rushing, can you tell I've done this a lot? For my lipstick, I'm going to go with BFF3, the lip liner. And I'm going to go in with ColourPop's Fuego liquid lipstick, which I love. Perfect nude plus, like, lasts all day. All right, good timing. So we are done. I'm feeling good. I should wear makeup for work more often. Okay, so it is about 7:11 a.m. I feel like it's a lucky time. I've got like 9 minutes. I got to run out the door. We're going to hopefully do a check-in around lunchtime, 12 p.m., 11:30, something like that. We can see how the primer, concealer, and the powder is doing, but I'm feeling kind of luminous. Nice. Let's do one last minute little check here. Ooh, yes. I am liking it a lot. I'm liking it so much that I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to go in with my Milani. I just need something in my crease. Boss, why were you late? I needed something in my crease. Sorry. At least I'm not coming in with my Starbucks. Okay, now I feel complete. Namaste. Now we can go on with our workday. So I'll see you guys hopefully later this afternoon, see how it's going. Hey guys, so it's around 11:20. Just wanted to do a check-in on the primer, concealer, and the face glow powder. And let me see where the sun, there is no sun. It's Chicago, it's winter. But just want to do a check-in. Foundation looks good. I feel like on both sides, nothing too different, like still looking pretty hydrated. Even like the powder, I feel like didn't really disturb what's going on, which I like, because sometimes I do want to add a powder just so that like my primer can brush on even nicely. It's sitting nicely on top. The concealer, sorry, the train decided to, you know, just come through. But the concealer is looking pretty good. I feel like the coverage is kind of pretty similar to the regular, more mattifying 16-hour camo concealer. The only thing I would say, I like how it feels a little bit more for sure. Feels hydrating, but it is still on. I'm not creasing. It looks good. So far, satisfied. So it's been around 4 hours now. We'll check in probably soon when I get home. Maybe like around after I walk Blaze, 5:30, 6 o'clock or something, because I'm just going straight home today, I think. Because if not, Blaze gets really mad at me when I'm late. So let's hope around that time. So in like almost like 7 more hours. Hello. Hey guys. So it is about 6:12 p.m. And in case you're wondering why I am still wired, because I had like 3 or 4 cups of coffee at work today. Someone decided to make an extra large pot. So of course I had to contribute and help finish it up. So we'll see what happens when I crash. But in the meantime, while I have some energy for you guys, yes, I am tired, but I don't feel it. Not yet. Anyway, let's talk about how we're doing after almost, what, 11 hours later? I can't math. Yes. From about like what, 7, almost 15 a.m. to now 6:20 a.m. That is a long time. So I did my check-in 4 hours into the day, and now this is 7 hours later. Let's talk about the primers first, since that was the first thing I did. And honestly, like, I love the Poreless Putty Primer, the one, you know, I've always been using. I just love this primer. So I was excited when e.l.f. came out with a Luminous Putty Primer. So for the Luminous one, it's supposed to give you like a soft radiant effect. It's supposed to have like that, what did they say, like that hyaluronic acid. I feel like, however, from afar, I really can't tell a difference. I really have to get up close. I feel like these are like just minor things. So this side, on my left side, I have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, the regular one. And on my right side, I have the Luminous Putty Primer. Sorry, Blaze is playing. He's about to start barking at his toy probably. Waiting for it. Okay, so on this side, we, of course, as soon as I start talking. So on this side, I have the Luminous Putty Primer. And honestly, like, I have been just looking really close all day and really just trying to see. I feel like the 4-hour mark, I really couldn't tell a difference. And honestly, luminosity wise, there really isn't that big of a difference. I feel like both look great on my skin. Like my skin, it's winter, it's like 30 degrees. I am wearing more so of a luminous foundation. I love this one. It gives me a really pretty glow, the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. However, you know, of course I want to see if any of these take away from it, which they don't. And I just feel like luminosity wise on this side, like I don't see a difference, honestly. I think, honestly, the only slight difference that I do see is with the e.l.f. Putty Primer, the original Poreless Putty Primer. I think, honestly, I still lean more towards this. More so because, actually, I feel like I have a little bit more luminosity. Just a slight bit more happening on this side. And the biggest, not biggest, it's pretty tiny of a difference, but I do notice. I feel like this just kind of covers the pores and fine lines better. So this just does a better job. I feel like the Luminous Putty, honestly, for me, I have dry skin and I feel like it really doesn't contribute much to anything. If anything, I feel like the hyaluronic acid just slightly dries things out over here, where I feel like this doesn't have it, the regular putty primer, regular Poreless Putty Primer, and therefore I'm maintaining that luminosity. So I can just ever so slightly start to see, and this is only after 11 hours, just like small little areas start to dry up, but like you really have to be like right here with the mirror to kind of see that, as opposed to here. So I really, on this side with the regular Poreless Putty Primer, I have that smoothness a little bit more, like, so I just favor it. My fine lines, I start to see, you know, things settling in the fine lines a little bit, my little laugh line, smile lines, as opposed to here where they're like just a little bit more covered. Nose is looking good though, but honestly I think you can go either way, but I have those pores, and I feel like the original Poreless Putty Primer just honestly does a better job, like just ever so slightly though. So I mean, if you were to pick up the luminous one, I really don't see the luminosity here, and I have dry skin, but my skin is looking good and luminous, maybe even a little bit more so with the Poreless Putty. So I feel like that hyaluronic acid is kind of like working against it, maybe drying it out. So I'm still team original Poreless Putty Primer. I feel like I don't need the Luminous Putty Primer. I wish, you know, I would have had a little something more, but I'm still totally fine. Either one, I think you'll be happy with them if you have dry skin, of course. So just my take on that. Next, let's talk about the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish. These are hydrating. Honestly, love these concealers so much. The biggest difference that I notice from the hydrating concealers to the original 16-hour concealer is definitely the hydration. I feel like just kind of blending it out, the way that it feels, it does feel lighter, I would say. This one definitely has more of a thickness to it and that matteness, so you just feel it a little bit more in comparison. Like, I love this when I first tried it out, but if I have something to kind of compare it to, I'm team hydrating concealer. Obviously, I have dry skin, but it's not too hydrating, whereas someone like me, like, I'm not creasing, like my under eyes still look really good. I will say it's supposed to be a lightweight feeling, which I totally agree with, but they say it's supposed to be full coverage. I don't believe it's full coverage. I would definitely say it feels and looks to me more like a medium coverage, which I ain't mad at. I'm not mad at all. So you can still kind of see like my dark circles peeking through, but it's definitely an improvement from what they're like without. So I kind of like mixing a little bit of the medium beige on the bottom and medium sand, just kind of highlight for me. Remember the difference. These both are medium sand, totally different colors. So don't try to match the color that you are. Go in stores and figure it out, or they might have swatches like online or on Instagram. But love the concealers. If I had to compare this, since you guys might ask, to the Covergirl Trublend Undercover concealer that I love, that I've been raving about, I would say the difference, and it's going to depend on your preference, the biggest difference between these, I would say that the Covergirl is slightly more hydrating. It definitely right off the bat just feels slightly more hydrating, so that could be a good thing or a bad thing for you. I love both. I think both are great. Highly recommend you picking these up if you love a good hydrating concealer, especially in the wintertime. But you know, that could just depend on your preference. Maybe you might like the Covergirl, that's definitely more hydrating, a little bit more moisturizing for underneath your eyes. But if you are like oily and you have really bad creasing, you might not. So if so, I would say pick up the e.l.f. one. However, if you feel like you're really dry and maybe the e.l.f. one isn't going to provide you enough hydration because it's a satin hydrating concealer, then I would say go for the Covergirl. So just, you know, in case you're wondering, that's my take on these. For the Halo Glow Setting Powder, I am very much so intrigued by this powder. A nice, light, luminous powder. I like how kind of finely milled it is, and I feel like it does add like a nice little veil to my skin. If you're someone who wants to try a powder, even if you're dry skin like me, I feel like I couldn't see the powder. It was definitely like a beautiful luminous veil, so it's like a nice loose powder, a nice luminous powder, similar effect that I would get from my Galactic luminous powder, that pressed powder. I love that one. This is even cheaper, so I don't know, Galactic might have some competition, because I feel like I did it on both sides, and maybe just slightly because of the luminous primer I was starting to dry up just a little bit because I did add the powder. But with the Poreless Putty Original Primer, I'm still looking good. So this combo, I am liking a lot. I definitely want to use it more for those days when I do want to use powder, primarily just so that like I can kind of just have my bronzer just glide. That's what I want. You don't have to. But I feel like sometimes if I don't let my foundation kind of dry down long enough, I like very dewy foundations. It can tend to kind of like skip a little bit and leave like a weird little, you know, patch area around my cheeks. So sometimes, at least the perimeters of my face, I like to kind of add some sort of powder. So I do like this a lot. I want to continue using it. I am liking it. So if you're somebody who is always interested in maybe like that Galactic luminous powder that I've been using, but it's definitely like $30. A little bit goes a long way though, so it's definitely been worth the investment. But you want to invest, let's check out the e.l.f. one, and I think you'll really like it. I picked up mine in the shade Light, and I feel like it didn't give me like a ghost face or anything like that. So they have, I think, two other shades, like a medium and a deep, which is also great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review check-in, first impressions of some of the newest complexion products from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I'm super excited to have some new concealers to my collection, because who doesn't need like 50,000 concealers except me, and maybe you too. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these products, or if you're interested and you might pick some of them up. I love when you guys tell me that, you know, you've tried some of my recommendations and they've really worked for you. I always, you know, I love doing reviews. It's probably one of my favorite things, trying out new products, especially foundations, concealers, everything and anything. So hopefully you guys enjoy these videos as well. Give me a thumbs up if you want to see some more of them, especially drugstore affordable videos. Find those hidden gems from the drugstore. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all of my videos. And I will probably crash in the next hour or two. So hopefully I can get this video up for you guys soon. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.